Okay, so I'm getting a message of celebration and joy and harmony and peace. And it's again, they're tying this back to two other messages I gave. Both of them ended with the Magician card. Both of them were about releasing fear and guilt and pain and cultivating joy and peace of mind. And so, in a way, this is um, a follow up to those. And it's an energy of celebration, spirit congratulating us for a job well done, for a long journey accomplished, for all our efforts, our heart longings, our love, our spiritual work, our care for one another. And they know that it's not easy to be here on earth. And they're extending a hand out to us to offer us congratulations for creating harmony on earth. Wow. And it's not that it's complete, but in a way, in the spirit realm, it has been done. So this is sort of an echo of podcast episode I shared a while back called Cause for Celebration. So if you want to go deep into this, you can go listen to that episode. But this is sort of a shorter message, an echo of that one to say, we see you, spirit saying, we see you, we honor you, we celebrate you, we congratulate you for a job well done, for creating harmony on earth. What do you mean? Because obviously that's not the case right now. But it is in the spirit realm. The hearts of humanity has decided, we've decided collectively that we want peace, that we want beauty, that we want freedom, that we want care for one another. We've made the decision spiritually, even if things are still playing out materially in the old energy, but the new world is here. The new spirit is here. The new spirit of humanity, the awakened spirit of humanity. And we have help from spirit. And it's like as we awaken, we're more able to receive and access that support. All we have to do is ask. They're saying everyone has this ability to connect to spirit, to talk with God. They're saying everyone has that ability. Trust yourself. Know that if what you're hearing is a message of fear or uncertainty or discontent, that it is not truly a message of God. Trust yourself in your personality self to be able to discern if a message comes through and it elicits fear, it is not of God. If a message comes through and it truly helps you, if it's guidance, if it's wisdom, if it's support, if it brings freedom and peace and harmony, it is of God. It's as simple as that. You don't even need to believe in magic. Trust yourself. Trust yourself and you will be guided. Trust yourself to receive wisdom and insight from the places from which it comes. It can come from many places. It can come from outside or inside, but either way, discernment is required. Discernment is the key, a key. Discernment is a key for accessing spirit. Discernment means if something doesn't resonate, it's not for you. If something does, it is. It's as simple as that. And yet they also recognize that it's a process. Discernment requires a process of learning. We learn how to better discern as we learn to sort of see and feel more details on an energetic realm, as we learn how to listen not just to the words that are said, but to the frequency underneath it. And the more we become accustomed to really feeling into that, the better our discernment gets. And even making mistakes sometimes around that is part of the process of learning discernment, like making mistakes, by which they mean um, listening to someone's guidance when it turns out to not be the right guidance for you, for example. Just as one example, you may be led astray for a period, but that whole experience in such a visceral, embodied way will teach you discernment. And so, as humans, we tend to be a little like fearful and tentative, many of us, and we really want to get it right. But they're reminding us that mistakes are a mechanism of learning. From the perspective of spirit, there are no mistakes. It's literally just how we learn. And so, they're even saying we could stop using the language of mistakes. It just means you've been led astray, you've gone off path, and you're finding your way back to the path. But also, you're creating the path, they're saying. And so, again, it's like there is no getting it wrong because the path is created through, even through these going the wrong way and then finding the right way. That's it's like if we were to use as a metaphor, someone clearing a trail, you know, let's say they're trying to clear a trail like through a mountain pass or something like that, and they don't have a map and there's no trail already there, they're necessarily going to have to wander a little bit until they find the best route. And we wouldn't consider it a mistake in that case. So why are we so hard on ourselves? They're saying, when we quote unquote make mistakes in our own lives. It's because we want to do right and good. But they're saying we are beautiful. What do you mean? From our perspective, you can't get it wrong. You're not wrong. You're not bad. You're divine beings. And they just want us to remember that. They want us to see it from their perspective for a moment, that we're all beautiful and good and true, even when we quote unquote make mistakes. We're celebrating you for how far you've come and for what you've achieved on Earth and for humanity, but also for the cosmos, because we're literally creating ripples in the fabric of reality through being willing to love, even in difficult circumstances. Even when our hearts have been broken over and over and over again, we have the courage to keep loving. We have the courage to keep shining our light. And that literally creates harmony and beauty and peace. Okay, I've been shuffling. I haven't pulled a single card. They're kind of saying I don't need to pull a card. Interesting. Because I'm trying to learn better how to channel, right? How to hear messages from spirit. And tarot can be a beautiful tool, but in some moments it can be a crutch. And so they're encouraging me in this moment to just really practice more of a straight channel. They're saying, we are never mad at you. We are never disappointed in you. We are always supporting you. We are always cheering you on. We see how much you've been through. We see how difficult it's been. And we love you all the way through, even if you can't feel our love. And we're supporting you all the way through, even if you can't access our support, because accessing it requires that we ask and receive. Ask and receive, and it will be done. Wow. Let it be easy, they're saying. It's so funny. Sometimes I don't want to say what I'm hearing because I'm like, that's not right, or that doesn't make sense, or that doesn't resonate. But what I'm hearing is let it be easy, let it be fun, let it be playful, and you'll win is the piece I wasn't really comfortable sharing. What do you mean that we'll win? We'll win the hearts of humanity. What do you mean? You'll win over the okay. So this is about it's like those of you listening or watching to this are on the cutting edge or on, one of the um one of the first waves. There have been waves already, but we're kind of on one of these earlier waves of humanity who are awakening and um doing this work of cultivating more beauty and harmony and peace on earth. um and so they're saying we are leaders, we're all leaders, and we're leaders first and foremost through the energy that we cultivate in our hearts, and that we shall win over the hearts of humanity through our own presence, through embodying our own activations, through willing to be free in spirit. I'm thinking of that song by Cat Power. Oh, I can't remember what it's called. Anyway, I think it's something like we can be free at least in the mind or something like that. Anyway, it's the idea of like external circumstances may not always reflect it, but we always have the choice to be free in our own hearts and minds. And so through this, we can win over the hearts of humanity in the sense that others who aren't yet on this wave will see and will join us. Don't give up now. You're so close. The hearts of humanity will be free. It will come to pass. It is already done. In the spirit realm, it is already done. Okay. That is the message, my loves. Thank you so much for being here. Most of my work lives over on Substack. You can find the link below. I've got a community membership there where we meet multiple times a month for guided meditations, guided practices, astrology circles, and more. I also have a podcast and a blog, so you can find all that below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.